All right, as we know, in a few hours, Poirier versus McGregor 3 is about to go down at the T-Mobile here in Las Vegas. I'll be heading over to the arena pretty shortly. But first of all, I'm going to give you a quick prediction about who I think is going to win the fight. As we know, McGregor won the first one back in 2014. And then Poirier got revenge back in January, knocked him out in the second round. So there's a big storyline coming into this one. And if you've been following it, you've seen McGregor is fired up. He was talking a lot of shit at the press conference. And he means it. You know, he's not just trying to sell a fight. He's angry, he's mad, he's embarrassed. You know, he got knocked out last time. You know, he takes that personally. And unfortunately, in this game, or maybe fortunately, you're only as good as your last performance. In fact, that's for most sports, really. So McGregor's got a lot to prove, you know. I think the common belief is that if there's going to be a first round knockout, that's going to come from Conor McGregor. And that's probably his best chance. As we know, he's a very, very fast starter. The man has insane confidence. He's not afraid to walk people down, get in their face and go for it, you know. And I think that's what we're going to see. Now, listen, before I give my prediction, I want to let you know, if you go to betonline.ag, you can make your picks there, all kinds of fun picks, obviously throughout the main card. So as I say, betonline.ag is the site you want to go to. And maybe use my pick, what I'm about to tell you. Listen, as we know, Conor starts fast, right? He's a sprinter, he's a power puncher, he's fast twitch muscle fibers. But you can't be a sprinter and a marathon runner at the same time. You just can't do that. So Conor is suited to winning fights in the early frames, the first couple of rounds, maybe the first 8 minutes. Once you get him past there, he starts to slow down. Now, I'm not saying he hasn't done the cardio. I'm not saying that he can't go 5 rounds if he needs to. But that knockout power, that snap that he's known for, that kind of diminishes as he starts to get a little tired. On the flip side, Dustin, he seems to, you know, find his groove the further the fight goes. So who do I think is going to win? Well, McGregor's fired up. As I said, he's talking a lot of shit. He's very angry. He wants to prove to the world that he's still, you know, still capable of being a 2-weight division champion. He wants to show everyone that he's still the best fighter on the planet. I mean, that's what he really, really prides himself on. But he's angry. So what he needs to do is go out there and pace himself. But Conor McGregor's not going to do that because he's Conor McGregor. And that's why people love him. He's going to go forward and he's going to try and knock Dustin out in the first round. Now, there is a potential that he might do that. Very, very strong potential that he could go out there and finish him pretty quickly, just like he did in the first fight. And he's certainly going to try. The problem is for him, if he doesn't do that, he's going to empty the tank. He's going to start the fight. He's going to be redlining the engine. If he doesn't get the finish that he's looking for, as I say, he's going to run out of gas. And then Dustin is going to take over the longer the fight progresses. Now, as we know, the calf kicks were a big thing in the second fight. The takedown was a big thing for Dustin as well in the first round of the second fight. Conor's like trying to throw some mind games out there saying, you know, the first one to shoot is a bitch and all the rest of it. But Dustin's paying no attention. So he's going to come. He's going to use calf kicks. He's going to grapple. I think Conor's going to come out. He's going to throw, you know, an aggressive, wild combination to start. And I think we're going to see Dustin shoot. And, you know, if he gets that takedown, or even if he doesn't get the takedown, if he just shoots in and Conor sprawls, from there, he can clinch. And there they're in a body lock position. And Dustin can push him up against the fence. And then they're going to start fighting for underhooks and jockeying for position. And now the good thing for Dustin there is that starts to slow you down. It starts to tire you down. And the more Dustin can burn the clock and get out of the first round, or even halfway through the second round, as I say, that's better for Dustin Poirier. So remember, if you want to bet, go to betonline.ag. Sorry, pardon me, forgot for a second there. But yeah, here's my pick. I say Dustin Poirier in round 3. I think round 1's going to be very, very dangerous for Dustin. I think round 2 he's going to start to do better. And in round 3, I believe Dustin's going to get the finish. He's talking about maybe a submission as well, so that's going to be interesting. That says to me that he's done a lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of grappling, a lot of wrestling for this training camp. Listen, either way, it's going to be sensational. I think Conor wins in round 1 or Dustin wins in round 3. Either way, they will be phenomenal outcomes. Remember, if you want to bet on this fight, put your money where your mouth is, make a few bucks, pick Dustin round 3 or even Conor in round 1. Both very credible picks and very possible scenarios. So go to betonline.ag, put your money down on there, enjoy the fights, have a great weekend, and thanks for listening.